While subsidies are nice for U.S. cotton farmers, other farmers around the world, but especially in Africa, are being deeply hurt. No one is there with a subsidy for the poor African farmers when they have to accept a price that is too low to support their farm and their family. The low price that U.S. farmers are selling their cotton for is lowering the world price and making it very difficult to support a farm in Africa. Getting a subsidy allows farmers to reduce their price even further below the world price because they know the difference will be made up by the cotton subsidy from the government. Advocates of the program claim that the market forces throughout the world are more powerful than the subsidy, so the difference in the price is negligible. But those that are being hurt by the subsidy strongly disagree. In West and Central Africa, poor farmers do not have the luxury of subsidies. The price they get from trade is the money they use to support other aspects of their lives. With a better price for their cotton, they can support subsistence farming to feed their families, better rotate their crops to uphold the quality of their soil, and maybe even pay for the education of their children. But if they must compete with the low prices U.S. farmers are offering, they will likely sell their crop for a lower price that they can't afford, rather than not sell it at all. While U.S. cotton farmers are comfortable with their subsidies, they're having some pretty ugly effects on the other side of the world. If a farmer feels they can no longer support their family, they will move to the city in search of another job. This phenomenon is called rural to urban migration, and it has caused many problems in African cities that they're experiencing today. Rural to urban migration causes rapid growth and leaves governments unable to provide for everyone, whether through education, resources, sanitation, or other basic urban services. These people are being neglected. Their lives would be improved by continuing to farm in a rural area so long as they can get a price for their crop that allows them to continue to support their rural lifestyle. In some cases, a culture of neglect and prejudice against the people of Africa is worsening the problem. When the cotton industry was being supported by a French state-owned company, African cotton was being offered prices well below the world price, and when the currency used by the company depreciated, they were not able to raise their price enough to compensate for the depreciation. There was simply a prejudice against the farmers and their crop. Whereas the culture in the United States promotes goods that are made in the United States as if consumers do not benefit from specialization in trade. Cotton that is made in the USA is promoted as superior and beneficial to the economy. However, if the United States stopped handing out cotton subsidies, the price of cotton would go back to the world price, benefiting those around the world being hurt by the lower price. Some U.S. cotton farmers might choose to retrain and find a different crop to grow rather than accept less money. However, overall, cotton farmers around the world would be able to increase competition and the price would reflect that. Additionally, with the United States further removed from cotton as an industry, research would go to places like Africa to help them increase their yields per hectare. This would allow them to stay in the business and continue to support their lands and family.